When even IGN gives you a review below a 7, you know that you've got an utter disaster on your hands. And that's what's happening with Unknown 9 Awakening. We knew this was coming because it's a Sweet Baby Inc. game. And every Sweet Baby Inc. game fails because once people realize who's involved with it, they know that it's going to be a complete woke disaster. And even the woke can't just go out there and be like, this is a great game, like they were trying to show with Conquered, the Overwatch clone, because, if it plays like Overwatch, it can't be that bad. This one just is playing terribly. Even the reviewers don't like it. They have a complete stinker on their hands, and another failure is inbound. We called this a while back. Of course, any gamer who saw this was kind of smirking about another Sweet Baby Inc. disaster incoming. And we'll get into what this game is and how it's performing in just a moment. My name is John Delarose, everybody. Please hit that like and subscribe button. Join us here, and I'm a creator as well. I make comic books and novels from fantasy to science fiction. And for joining my newsletter, I give you a fantasy book, a science fiction book, and a full graphic novel, Flying Sparks, which is a series that I've got 6 volumes of and builds up into a beautiful story. I would love for you to join up and hang out with us here. I like hanging and having you guys around so that, in case anything ever happens to this platform, I know where to find you. And definitely want to cultivate some readers if you want to check something out that's way different and way better than any of these woke games out there. Grab this. It's in the description below. There's also a lot of ways to support the channel and check out books on Amazon and the like. I appreciate you guys for being awesome readers in addition to gamers. It's been a great few months as we continue to grow here. So Unknown 9 is the Sweet Baby Inc. infected new game from Reflector Entertainment, published by Bandai Namco, and it's going to be a complete disaster, as expected. It releases on October 17th, which is yesterday, and sat as of last week as of yesterday into positions 794 on Steam's top sellers list and just 349 on Steam's most wish listed. That's not very high at all. You'd expect a bigger release there from a company of this size. They collaborated with his streamer and former Game Informer Marcus Stewart to stream the game alongside creative director Christophe Rosignol. According to Twitch Tracker, the entire stream on Twitch only received peak viewership of 387, and its average viewership was just 274. As of this writing, the stream received a total of just over 8,900 views, which is probably less than this video on this will get. For comparison, Dragon Ball Sparkling Zero early access trailer was about 10 times as much. Wow. Over on YouTube, the video performed marginally better and has about 9,000 views, but a 2-to-1 negative ratio with likes to dislikes. And so nobody's liking this game. Everybody knows what's coming right now, and you can't wait because even the shill media can't defend this. Gamers were not just disliking the game, but they were expressing their distaste in the comments. The devs didn't try. What's the point of releasing this? Where the hell are the demons and chainsaws and fireballs and giant swords and all the cool stuff games are supposed to have? Commendable that Bandai is trying to sell, but it's too late. Modern audience, you need to support this game so they can make more in the future. And on top of this, Dr. Disaster, of course, said that the game had poor retail pre-orders. He said that the person who runs 9 retail stores in a highly populated area, he's being told that all 9 stores combined, not a single pre-order for this game. And I was recently contacted by someone else who worked in the retail industry who claims to run 14 stores. I'm still vetting this person, but will disclose this. I'm being told from this person that those 14 stores have not seen a single pre-order for Unknown 9 Awakening. So we already know that this is going to be a financial disaster, that nobody's going to buy this. So once something has a little Sweet Baby Ink detected on it, gamers just say, I'm not going to go spend my hard-earned dollars on this. And this is exactly why we've seen Sweet Baby Ink over the last week rebrand. They've been removing their customers from their website because they know that their customers are going to get hurt by their presence. On top of this, they're trying to pretend like they're not some like woke agenda thing anymore that's trying to take over the video game industry, which they totally are and have admitted multiple times. They're trying to act like they're like this like story consultant developing forum to make stories better at this point. It's a very weird thing. Their websites had a complete rebrand, and of course, they got rid of Chris Kindred, one of the worst agitators at the company, because he was, causing a lot of problems for PR. So this is where it's at now, and this is the end result of working with any of these grifters in the video game industry. You end up with a game that's unplayable, that nobody likes. Now, Grum's actually talked about things because you're looking at the Metacritic ratings. It's got a 64. Oof. Games Radar gave it a 50%, and the gamer is just 3 out of 5 stars. Oh my gosh, this is pretty bad overall. The pros, Anya Chalotra is great as Haruna. That's the voice actress. Ripping out the souls of enemies is metal. Okay. Supernatural powers enable you to cause chaos. The cons is janky combat, undermining the powerful players. Of course, proper noun-laden lore can overwhelm, and the story can feel choppy. So, of course, that's where Sweet Baby Inc. comes in. They're the story consultants, and it feels choppy. Imagine that every single time. But when you get into it, IGN really is the biggest shill media out there, aren't they? I mean, they're the ones that really will give anything a 7 out of 10, won't they? That's what we've seen in the past, at least every time they get a AAA game. Even they can't go through this one. It only took 10 minutes of playing Unknown 9 Awakening for me to feel a keen sense of déjà vu, taking out enemies in small arenas, watching an emotional story of personal growth, squeezing between plenty of tight cracks and walls. It's a formula that feels too familiar. Sticking to a well-established traditions of crevice crawler genre, it does try out one or two unique ideas to set itself apart, like mind control powers that let you play puppet master with your enemies. But the problem is that it executes the fundamentals significantly worse than its contemporaries. Womp womp. Diversity every time. There is certainly glimmers of hope with the new stuff that any novelty quickly wears off, resulting in a generic, underwhelming slog of a performance issues and other jankiness to boot. So you get all these bloated people in there doing their things, doing their consulting. They don't develop a good game. It's janky. It's got performance issues. It's got problems every single time. Yikes. So it's an alternate reality version of the 20th century. You play as Haruma, a distrustful woman, a minority woman at that, who loves spouting trite platitudes that has been imbued with the power to tap into unseen dimension called the Fold. Her powers let you do typical magic stuff, like go invisible for a brief period of time, force push and pull baddies around like a Jedi, and then enter ghost form so you can walk around to solve the easiest puzzles ever conceived. You'll use them to worm your way through a series of small arenas, separated by cutscenes, and clearly pining to be the next HBO adaptation. If you played The Last of Us or God of War, then you get the idea. But instead of finely tuned combat encounters, Awakening offers sloppy fisticuffs, bare bones crouch fests. Yikes. And this is exactly what we're looking at here. It is a diversity infested nonsense, like every single thing that's coming out of the mainstream media at this point, and this is why it's being rejected. So you get into the full review down at the bottom. What happens? What does IGN say about this? Oh my gosh, they gave it a 5. I've never seen IGN give a thing a 5. Is this reviewer okay? Does he still get his access to Namco after this? Oh my gosh. It is a bland and janky adventure with generic story and dull combat. That is the end result of Sweet Baby Inc., everybody, and that's why you never even once go into this stuff, because they just screw up everything. You lose all your money. You don't have a good game in the process, and then it kills your entire brand as a developer. This is what we know now, and all we have to do is just keep not buying these games, my friends, and these companies are going to keep sinking themselves faster than even Ubisoft. All right, leave a comment and let us know what you think. Hit the like and subscribe button, my friends. And please join my newsletter in the description below. We'll be back soon.